Hey everybody, I'm Rousseau. I do a little work here and there, and it looks like we're back in the Ready Ward. And oh, there are so many things to get ready, but today we're going to focus on just one of those. But what is this, more paper? And what looks to be a peerless mesh drain strainer. It fits over most kitchen sink drains, it's made of stainless steel, and no tools are needed for installation. Of course, we are not installing this per se. As the title suggests, we are making flock. So the paper is to contain spills, the strainer is meant for grinding and sifting, but what are we going to grind and or sift? Answer, the taste you trust. McCormick dried parsley flakes. And these flakes seem to be a little bit past dry. The best buy date is September 24th, 2014. So, we're a couple of years past that at least. And while it has lost a little bit of its green color, it is also now excessively dry. Much drier than it was, I suppose. Anyway, net weight 1.2 ounces, that's 34 grams as it says on the front. So who knows what volume of flocking that will be when it's done. Eventually I'd like to break this whole thing down, because hey, I'm not interested in delicious deviled eggs, loaded mashed potato casserole, or salmon with herb sauce on their website. No thanks. No thanks. But moving on, the process here is exceedingly simple. You put the dried plant matter into the stainless steel mesh. I try to get it less than halfway up just so it doesn't spill out when you're moving it around. But the idea from there is to just give it a little massage. Just push it around against itself, against the sides, and you'll get what you would expect, a more or less even distribution of smaller plant pieces. Now, these parsley flakes have a problem. This stuff is just filled with stems, and when you get to the bottom of this stainless steel mesh bowl, you will find that there are stems in the bottom of it, and you better believe some of those stems got through. So take those stems and dump them out somewhere, maybe throw them away, maybe grind them up. You could do that, but I would suggest against using these for actual sticks. They're very brittle, but grinding, if you want to go to that trouble. You probably will need something more mortar and pestle than this though. Anyway, this is where our multiple pieces of paper come into play, because now that we have smaller pieces, some of those are going to go straight through. So this process, I repeat it 2 or 3 times. Eventually you're going to notice that there are not that many sticks in the bottom anymore. That, or they're just very small sticks in the bottom, and at that point you can probably stop. Like I said, these are very brittle, so if a stick does get glued to something, you just pull it out, or if you're using super glue and it's already dried, then just snap it off. It'll be fine. And yeah, there you have it. Dried parsley. And like I said, new dried parsley is greener than this, but to add to that, I would say that fresh dried oregano is about this color, but I don't have any oregano here to grind up. What I do have are some leaves that I found outside, and this is a little bit of orangey brown, and while grinding up leaves in this way does work, it has its own set of problems. Namely, these larger leaves are filled with veins, and they tend to have one side that's a little waxy. Plus, even dried leaves don't really seem that dry by comparison to this parsley. Still, I think it looks good, so I would like to try some other dried plant material, and if I can buy other dried plant material, purposely dried plant material, I think that would be a little bit better than having to go outside and hand pick leaves. So, who knows? Corn husks, sort of the first thing that I thought about, that, or hay, a dried grass. But, maybe I'll try some more things with the leaves, because I do like the color. As for what I am doing with this flocking right now, I'm working on some tree designs. And this is one. For scale, I'll tell you that the trunk of this tree is a toothpick. So just imagine toothpick tree, literal thread for limbs, of course under a special process, and parsley for the little chunky leaves there. So yeah, that's one thing that you have to look forward to next month, I suppose. And if you want to know more about next month, well, Rack and Tear Weekly. It's bound to be the next thing. So until next time, this has been the Ready Ward on Rousseau Works, and I'm Rousseau, out.